Well, hey folks, listen, I've been tasked to redo 3 of the course's T signs around here, and so one of the things I need to do is go check where all the trees and stuff are. Google Earth works pretty good, but there's nothing better than walking through the course. So I'm gonna play with some DFX discs I have. The good news is, I only have 5 of them because I forgot my bag, but we're gonna go play with these. Oh, I threw in one range because you know I need a putter. But anyway, I'm just gonna go through here and I'm gonna be filming the whole course as I go, and I'm gonna bring you along and we'll just see what kind of trouble I can get into. But the whole purpose is to get this set up so that I can help make sure that everything is accurate on the T signs. I'm gonna bring you along with me right after the intro. Because they move the baskets around, we have 2 baskets and 4 pin placements. I'm going to go for the yellow basket just because I can see that one. The silver one, the gray one kind of disappears on me. All right, so good news is the guy has come and walked and sat down next to the rock, so I got to make sure I keep this one over on the left. So I may be a little bit short on this one. Let's see. All right, that was my safety shot to get ready. By the way, so that was a buzz. Never mind, they're throwing again, so we'll wait a minute. So I'm bringing out, I've got the rhythm. You know, I've got the rhythm. Then I've got the Vanish, and then I've got the Toro, and then I've got the range. And I threw the buzz down there as my warm-up shot while I was waiting. But so, yeah, so Toro's gonna be my approach, overstable. Buzz is gonna be my straight. Then I've got the 7-speed rhythm and the 11-speed Vanish. And that should be good for everything I need out here. All right, here we go. Going for the yellow basket. That's a little flippier than I expected. Huh, okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to switch over to the range. No, let's go with the, yeah, I've got choice between a range, a Toro. Let's go with the range. All right. Not amazing. A lot of stuff going on right here. What you don't realize is sometimes you set up for this stuff and craziness is just happening all around you. So let's get going. Maybe things will get better. All right, that's better. We're going to test out the Vanish. Definitely a little flippy. All right, let's try the rhythm once again. So it's all these little things, like this tree growing up here, and these guys back here. Definitely need to add those to the map. All right, we're just going for the blue basket. There's a cross wind coming over here, and there's a guy landscaping back there. So I'm just going to try to throw it out to the middle. The wind shifted from a cross to a tailwind, just grabbed that and kept pushing it out. Poop. I think I can throw the range with this. Yeah, shifty winds. Well, so the Rhodes OB I carried long. Huh. I'm gonna get out of this guy's way. Because we are gonna need to go under or over. Probably, this will be a good test for the vanish. Because if I can throw it out and let it cut back, I think I'm gonna try to throw underneath and try to slide it in there. The thing about George Ward is you're almost having an interaction every hole. So far, I've had somebody on every hole. I have the dog lady after this one. Just a little hyzer flip. I could have used a little more flip, but not bad. So yeah, just pulled it slightly, let it fade it out just a little bit, but I'm not mad. Oh, Pete, boy. It's funny, some days you just feel it, other days I feel clunky today. I wasted that one. Poop. All right, just right out there, no problem. 407 plus. Oh boy, I was a tick away from getting just the right flight. I got the nose up a little too much, otherwise it would have faded over. Nice glide. All right, just for funsies, I'm gonna throw the rhythm. All right. So I threw them the same distance, which means I threw the rhythm cleaner. I was trying to get it inside that thing. I don't see the basket, so I'm assuming it's down straight. So I'm just gonna try the rhythm. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Well, I hyzer flipped it, but I came out here. Boy, if that had been anything but an understable, I would have been in trouble. Oh, well, the good news is that the basket's up on the hill, so I kind of shanked it closer. Oh, no, pulled it just a little. See that? The range wants to hold a little bit more where the berg wants to drop. And I keep just sailing over the top on some of these. Just a little tweak. But I've had more of these kind of things putting with this lately. I definitely still prefer my bullseye berg. But when you got to decide what disc to bring, let's face it, these are fat, so they take up room. So in a motorcycle saddlebag, you kind of got to pick and choose. It's nice when somebody just lets their dog dump and doesn't pick it up. That's nice. That's thoughtful. So I've got a little headwind. I just need to pop it out here and let it draw back over that way. Oh, got a Another walker. Okay, here we go. It's definitely got a little more pull than I kind of am expecting. I need to throw it a little more on hyzer. Let's try the rhythm. To be honest, I'm liking the rhythm better than the Vanish. Oh, nice. If I'd missed that stump root, it would have gone on to the basket. But Pete, one was an 11 speed and one was a 7 speed. Why is the 7 speed keeping up? And it comes down to a cleaner throw, nose angle, throwing the disc more correctly. It's not always about the speed of the disc, it's about how well you throw it. I got farther than I thought it did. Dirty, dirty. I like that one a lot. I regulated my speed for a nice soft run at it. With this wind, I drag it across. It's probably, the rhythm's probably better, but I want to try this because I'm probably going to switch this out. I have an Insanity in my motorcycle that I may switch out for the back nine. So give this a little more love. Yeah, that wind just wouldn't let it keep turning. It just kind of held it. It was a nice glide, but it wasn't the turn I wanted. All right, try the rhythm. And that, my friends, is called overcompensation. Yep, happens to the best of us. Touchy, touchy, Pete. Could tell it slid out of my hand just a touch early. I don't even want to know how you get one. Those things like that one shoe kind of creep me out. I will say this should be a perfect shot for the Vanish. Not my cleanest snap, but it got pretty good. All right. See, I keep hitting the top of it. It's just gliding a little more. All right, let's take a quick break. See you on the other side. Well, hey guys, we're now on the back side of George Ward. We're mapping out the course because I'm redoing the T signs, and I'm just bringing around some discs from DFX Discs. I switched out the not the virus. I switched out to the Insanity. I got rid of the fill in the blank here. I totally blanked out, and we're just gonna keep going. I'm really liking the rhythm, so let's try that. Oh, I softed it. Almost gray aced the other one. All right, let's try the Buzz. I haven't gotten any love so far. Yep, brand new, got a little stability to it. Oh, they painted it the wrong color? Yeah, don't try to putt while talking to your wife about home problems. I'm just not bobbling through. I may put on the thing a little clip of me talking to Shannon, and then how that affects your putting. That may be cruel, but I'm thinking about it. So I'm gonna start first with the rhythm and try to pull around this way, even though there's a headwind, and then I'm gonna try my Insanity around that way, even though the Insanity is basically a 9 version of the, yeah, it's still flippy. Lift. Kind of short arm that a little, but that's fine. All right, let's see if I can swing this cookie luchador. Oh, blocked by the tree. All right, let's concentrate. Popping the left side. I'm gonna assume long right, so I'm just gonna throw this with the headwind and let it drag. Could use a little more drag, but not bad. So I was going for that basket, but it's this basket, so it's not that bad. Hey, I haven't thrown the Toro yet. This will be a good time for the Toro. Yep. So glad I've been carrying that Toro the whole time and haven't thrown it once. Okay, so we're gonna be heading out to the yellow basket right out there. I think probably the Buzz. The wind's coming across here, so I'm gonna throw it out here and just let it drift across. The biggest thing I gotta make sure is not to drop my shoulder. I gotta drive through it. Fade, fade, fade. Well, that held up longer than I thought it would. Let's try the Insanity. Yeah, let's try the Insanity. It's flippy. One more. That's better. Oh well. All right. I'm just gonna pump the Insanity up there. Yes, pump the Insanity. Fill in any music that's pumping through your head right now, or Insanity. Pump up the jam. Chicken. Woo, good catch. All right. Probably could have used a little more height, but not bad. Let me throw the range just to try it. Yep, so I threw the rock, the Buzz, because I wasn't sure how much it was going to lift. I threw it down. Range was nice. I don't think I've ever played that hole before. I've always played the island or longer. Buzz putt. All right, this should be perfect for the insanity. Yes. Not my best, and I goobed up my shoes. All right, let's try the rhythm. I tried to pull that one too much. Fortunately, I didn't get a good run up. Let's try this better. I keep stepping in that mud, dang it. Yeah, okay, I wasn't paying attention. That wind's just blowing it across. I just didn't have a kite to help me see it. Okay, normally I'd throw my Berg, but let's work on the Toro a little here. Now sit. Yep, let's try the Berg. I mean you know what I'm saying. Yeah. See, that's where, knowing that I had to club up a little, give it a little more juice on the range, that's when I tend to pull over. So that was a good call to do the Toro. Because especially with the range over the Berg, it's gonna flip a little more if I don't get it crisp. Well, that was nice. Kind of pooped that one. Oh, sorry, I didn't have you on that. Those crappy throws. Darn, hate that. All right, let's try the insanity again. Miss that tree, or just hit it, square it up. Yeah. I need to hit both trees just to be careful, so, just to make sure. Finally made a putt, yeah. Been a little dry, so not bad. Mando tree right here. All right, really need something a little more flippy, but I think that might be a little long. Try to do a little snaky. Ooh, that breeze feels good. Well, there you go, guys. Nothing fancy there, really. This is more utilitarian than anything. Hopefully, I'll throw some pictures of the T signs or whatever to help draw some interest to this. But I appreciate you coming around with me. It gave me an excuse to get out here, do this, take care of some stuff, and I appreciate you coming around with me. So listen, sometimes it's just fun to walk in the park and throw discs. Anyway, there you go, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope to see you out on the course.